Hello everyone, before I introduce my name is Sulistia from the Trisakti Institute of Transportation and Logistics, majoring in Land Transportation Management. Here, I will discuss the characteristic of a good leader for Indonesia. But before discussing that, I will first discuss the meaning of leadership. What's a leader? Do you know what a leader is? Leaders are people who carry out the duties and responsibilities to lead and can influence the people they lead. Being a leader means being ready to protect the people. This means not only leading but also taking part in the welfare of the people. A leader is a conduit for thought, action, and activities that impact and get the job done. This means that the leader always covers a large number of feeding issues. After we know the meaning of leader, then what will be discussing is what are the criteria for a good national leader according to experts. According to the expert, there are four criteria for a good national leader, namely leaders who hold their position firmly are firm in upholding the Constitution. Leaders whose requirements are in accordance with the law, and a leader should not be involved in legal issues. The first, leaders who uphold the oath of office, director of his own law and policy strategic, Ifzil Alim Said. A good leader must have a sense of responsibility for his oath of office when he is sworn in. In general, a good leader is a leader who takes his oath of office seriously, in earnestly carry out the constitutional order. Scott, firm in affirming the Constitution. Constitutional law expert Irman Putra Sidin said a leader must also act decisively in upholding the laws that apply in his area of authority. A good leader, a leader who is aware and know that he is the holder of power, so that we can strictly carry out his constitutional duties. In line with the expert on constitutional law, Hifzil Alim country simply but one of the criteria for a good leader is that he will not betray the Constitution. Thirdly, leaders whose recruitments are in accordance with the law. Amgraini said that the characteristic of a good leader have been regulated in the legal system in Indonesia. According to him, these regulations are absolute, therefore the candidate must comply with these requirements. The criteria of leaders must be in accordance with the requirements stipulated in the regulation. Leaders, uh, leaders especially for the president and vice president, must lead for everyone, not just the leaders of one particular group, especially only their supporters. The fourth, a leader should not involved in legal problems. Intelligent observers Stanislaus Rianta said a leader should not be involved in legal case. Later, this could potentially injure the constitution. Do not let the president-elect have legal problems so that it interferes with his duties and becomes an opportunity for other parties to make demand. After we know the criteria for a good national leader according to experts, then what will be discussed is the characteristic of a good leader for Indonesia. Since Indonesian independence until now, there have been several changes in state leadership, starting from President Soekarno in 1945 to 1966. President Jokowi, who was elected for the 2014 to 2019 period. During the seven presidential terms, various types of leadership were applied in leading this country. For example, President Soekarno with a leadership style that was assertive and tends to be dictatorial, and President Suharto with a leadership style that tends to be authoritarian. However, after several presidential changes, until now, it has not been able to realize the ideals and goals of the Indonesian nation as set in the Constitution. In order to realize the ideals of the Indonesian nation, namely an independent nation united just and prosperous, as well as the goals of the Indonesian nation, as stated in the 4 years paragraph of the opening of the 1945 Constitution, which reads, protect the entire Indonesian nation and all of Indonesian bloodshed and to promote public welfare. Educating the life of the nation, and participation in carrying out order based on freedom, eternal peace and social justice requires a leader who is able to realize these ideals and goals. one type of leader that Indonesia needs in the future is the type for leader with the spirit of Pancasila leadership. Pancasila, as the basic philosophy of the Indonesian state, is a source of value for the administration of the state. But physical and spiritual, therefore, in all aspects of state administration, both material and spiritual. It must be in accordance with the values contained in the Pancasila, preserved in an unanimous and intact manner. A leader who has a Pancasila leadership spirit will apply the noble value of Pancasila in leading of country. These values include divine values, human value, unity values, social values, and justice values. These five values are a unified whole, inseparable, and refer to one goal, the existence of a Pancasila a leadership spirit possessed by a state leader is expected to be able to bring Indonesia to easily realize the ideals and goals of Indonesian nation, so that it becomes a glorious nation in the future. In addition, to make this nation a developed country, the Indonesian nation currently needs leaders who are prophets. Referring to the leader of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, have universal intellectual abilities, have international language skill, are transformational, and have integrity. So, the conclusion is that leaders are people who carry out the duties and responsibilities to lead and can influence the people they lead. According to the expert, there are four criteria for a good national leader, namely leaders who hold their position firmly, are firm in upholding the Constitution. The leaders whose requirements are in accordance with the law, and a leader should not be involved in legal issues. The characteristic of good leader for Indonesia, namely the spirit of Pancasila leadership, prophetic leader, referring to the leadership of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, having universal intellectual abilities, having qualified international language skill, transformational, and having